Every election, thousands of people complain about their sheriff's office. Very few ever ask themselves one question: if I believe I can do better, why am I not running? Today, I'm speaking to those of you who love people, who love animals, who believe leadership still matters, because your community may be waiting for someone exactly like you. Thank you for joining me. I am Dr. McMorris Jr., a former deputy sheriff, animal advocate, author, and journalist, and host of Heart to Heart with Dr. Mark. Today, I want to speak to someone who has probably never considered running for sheriff. Not because you're looking for power, not because you are looking for recognition, but because you have a heart for people. You have compassion for animals, and you often wondered how your community could become a safer, stronger, and more compassionate place to live. Perhaps you have said to yourself, someone needs to step forward. Today, I'd like you to consider another possibility. What if that someone is you? The office of sheriff is one of the most important positions in any parish or county. The sheriff is the chief law enforcement officer. The sheriff establishes priorities. The sheriff decides where resources are placed. The sheriff sets expectations, and over time, those decisions influence the culture of the entire department. Leadership truly begins at the top. Take an honest look around your own parish or county. Open your community's social media pages. Read the posts from your neighbors. Every day, you will find citizens asking for help with abandoned, neglected, or homeless animals. You will see rescue organizations working beyond their limits. You will see concerned citizens trying to help animals they simply do not have the resources to care for. You will see people asking where they can turn for assistance. These situations aren't unique to one community. Many parishes and counties across our country face these same challenges every day. That raises an important question. How can our communities do better? How can we strengthen the enforcement of the laws that already exist to protect both people and animals? As a former deputy sheriff, I learned something many people do not realize. Individual deputies work hard every day, but the overall direction of a department is established by its leadership. The sheriff sets the priorities. The sheriff determines where resources are focused. The sheriff decides what training is provided. The sheriff has the opportunity to build partnerships throughout the community. Leadership, my friend, makes a difference. Now let me ask you something. Imagine that you were the sheriff. What would your department look like? Would you make sure deputies receive the proper training to recognize animal abuse and neglect? Would you work with local rescue organizations instead of expecting them to carry the burden alone? Would you appoint someone within your office to coordinate animal-related investigations and build relationships with the community? Would you encourage cooperation instead of waiting until problems become overwhelming? Would you remind your department that enforcing animal protection laws is not only about protecting animals, it is about protecting the values of the community that you serve? Those are the kinds of decisions leaders make. A good leadership has the power to change an entire community. Perhaps you have spent years volunteering, helping your church, serving your neighbors, supporting local charities, rescuing animals, giving your time simply because you care. Have you ever considered that your greatest opportunity to serve your community might be through leadership? I know what some of you may be thinking. I'm not a politician. That's perfectly fine. The office of sheriff isn't about becoming a politician. It's about becoming a servant leader, someone whose greatest responsibility begins after the election is over. Every state establishes qualifications for candidates seeking the office of sheriff. Those qualifications are different from one state to another. Do not assume you are not qualified. Find out. Call your election office. Contact your registrar of voters or clerk of court. Ask one simple question. What are the qualifications to run for sheriff in my state? That one phone call could open a door you never thought possible. Our communities need leaders with integrity. We need leaders who listen. We need leaders who keep their word. We need leaders who surround themselves with capable people. We need leaders who understand that compassion is not weakness. It is one of the greatest strengths a leader can possess. We need sheriffs who understand that the way we protect the vulnerable reflects the character of our community, and that includes children, the elderly, victims of crime, and yes, the animals that depend upon us. For years, I've encouraged citizens to expect more from those they elect. Today, I'm asking something different. I'm speaking to those of you with compassionate hearts, those of you who love people, those of you who care deeply about animals, those of you who believe leadership still matters. So please do not dismiss the possibility that you could make a real difference. Your parish or county does not simply need another elected official. It needs someone who sees public office as an opportunity to serve. Someone who understands that the badge is not a symbol of power. It is a symbol of responsibility. Perhaps you have been waiting for the right person to run for sheriff. Perhaps your neighbors have been waiting as well. Maybe they have been waiting for you. If this message has spoken to your heart, do not ignore it. Learn what it takes. Talk with your family. Become involved in your community. Prepare yourself, because the next great sheriff in your parish or county may not be the person everyone expects. It may be the person who simply decided that compassion should be matched with action, and maybe they have been waiting for you. One election can change the direction of an entire sheriff's office. One sheriff can change the direction of an entire community, and one person can make that happen. This is Dr. Mark. Good day, and God bless.